Cancer, welcome to your reading. This is going to be a you versus them love reading. So if you're not into that, I am deeply sorry. I did recently do other readings for you, including a birthday reading for you. I think I did last week. So there's other content if you would like to go find that. Immediately, Cancer, before I even got to my space here, I'm having weird experiences. First, I was getting my coffee, hot coffee, so that I could come up here with it. And I started getting like, I don't know what you call it, like frogs in my throat. Like I had to clear my throat. I was like coughing a little bit. And I thought that was a little weird and obviously annoying because I knew I was coming up here to talk. So immediately I was like, maybe Cancer is struggling with communication, or someone is struggling to express himself in some way. And then I walked into the room, and as soon as I walked in, I was hit with this nostalgic smell. And I don't know what it is. I think it's some kind of dessert or like candy. See, here we go. But I couldn't place it. If I can figure it out, I will probably bust out in the middle of the reading to tell you. But I can't figure out what this is. It's good. I like it. Whatever it is, it's good. It's not a bad smell. But anyway, there's that. So we'll see. And then my camera, it just automatically started recording when I set it up just now. So I'm actually 4 minutes into this video, even though I'm probably only talking for like the past minute or so. So that was weird, and it made me think that potentially something could have gotten started before you were ready, or maybe this is something that you started with someone else before they were ready, something like this. It doesn't have to mean anything, of course, but they definitely stood out to me. So we're going to get your person on the left. No. Whoa. See, interesting. Things are really weird in your energy. What is going on? I mean, it could just be Mercury retrograde, I guess. It is retrograding. We're going to get you on the left, Cancer. We're going to get your person on the right. Feel free to switch the energies, always, especially since I just misspoke. And then we're going to get the energy between you in the center. I'm going to clarify a lot, probably. And then we're going to get an oracle at the end from the Letha Oracle by Season of the Witch, which I'm finding, this is only the third time I'm using it. I'm finding that these are more like personal messages, like for you and your personal growth. They don't really align very well with love. However, if you twist it and turn it and look deeper, it kind of does. So I'll do my best to interpret it. But hold out for the oracle is my point. If nothing else resonates, maybe fast forward to the end. And we'll see if that is helpful guidance for you. Just thought I'd throw it out there. Of course, if you're watching the short version of this content, you will have to go over to YouTube to find the full video. I am not going to post full content on TikTok anymore. It takes way too long. I spent the entire day basically running TikTok uploads in the background on my phone. It just took forever to get the Scorpio reading up, which doesn't make any sense to me because it was only like 23 minutes or something. Anyway, I'll shut up. Oh, what's that? I was about to get started. This is weird energy, Cancer. It's a weird. The Fool, the Three of Cups, the Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I mean, you could be having a new beginning, a fresh start with somebody. Two of Cups in reverse that maybe you weren't on the same page with or weren't seeing eye to eye with, a missed opportunity or something like this. Okay, we'll see what comes out in the actual spread. Spirit. Let's reset. Can I get Cancer's energy? Okay. Okay, give me Cancer's person. Give me the energy of the person that Cancer is dealing with or has on their mind at this time. That's a lot. I will take them. Okay, Six of Swords. That's a common card here. Eight of Cups. 10 of Cups. I'm going to put them like that. Definitely need to clarify that. Okay, what's the center energy here? The energy between them. What is the energy between Cancer and their person? Temperance. Well, there you go. All right, hold on. Let me look. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So that's good energy. It's a card of independence, a card of being good on your own, a card of having energy, resources to spare. Yeah, that's a good card. I don't know what else to say about that quite yet. A Three of Pentacles and Strength. That's fascinating, actually, because I just, for some reason, said having resources to spare. And we're getting the Three of Pentacles underneath the Nine of Pentacles. In the traditional Rider-Waite, which I don't have, I'd have to dig it out, and it would take me a second. So we'll just skip it and trust me. In the traditional Rider-Waite, she is standing and she's separating the pentacles out. Like she has 3 on one side, 6 on the other. And that's so interesting to me. And I don't really know if the 3 are forgiving or if the 3 are kept for herself. I guess it depends on your perspective. So that's interesting. You could be dealing with a situation of overgiving, overextending yourself, or, you know, potentially issues of like selfishness. And I just shuffled the deck for no reason. 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 3 of Swords. All right, I'm going to shut up and start clarifying so that I can better understand what's going on here, Cancer. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Oh, I didn't even tell you what's on the table. See? What is going on? I'm going to tell you what's on the table so that you're not waiting to find out. You're getting the 5 of Cups. All right? If you don't know what the 5 of Cups is, this is a card of regret. This is a card of sadness. It's a card of focusing on the past, being kind of fixated on something that didn't work out. It's a card of perspective, though, because there's always the imagery, almost always the imagery here of this 2 of Cups behind this dog, in this case, that he's ignoring. This card can be a warning of focusing on the negative, so much so, or focusing on a past relationship so much so that you overlook something good when it shows up, right? Because you're just looking in the other direction. And for your person, I think I already discussed this with you, but I'll tell you again. 6 of Swords, 8 of Cups. These both speak to movement away from something. 8 of Cups is about not settling, knowing your value, moving on to what is better aligned for you. Six of Swords is basically the same thing, moving on to calmer shores. It's about being spiritually guided out of a bad situation. But then we have the Nine of Cups, which, no, sorry, Ten of Cups, which is like a dream made into reality. It's basically like your dream life, happy home, happy family. So I don't know which direction, okay, the Six of Swords, Eight of Cups is going, because they kind of exploded on me, unfortunately, or I would have a better idea. And I think the whole point is that I don't know. So this could talk to me about somebody leaving a family or something that they thought was the dream behind, maybe realizing that it was just a dream, just a vision, and it didn't actually materialize in the real world as the way that they thought it, so it didn't play out in reality the way it did in their head, okay? It's kind of the sense I get with these cards together. And alternatively, you could be dealing with somebody who has had to pull themselves out of a difficult situation and had to learn their value and their worth and stand up for themselves in some way. And they could be, really looking for the Ten of Cups. They could be looking for that dream. So I'm going to clarify. We're going to see between you, we have the Temperance card. This is a Sagittarius card. It's about alchemy. It's about turning bad situations into good situations. Of course, you can also turn good situations into bad if that's what you want to do, or if that's what you are determined to accomplish. It's up to you and your mindset. But in general, this is a card of patience. It's a card about, waiting. Sort of like, I don't know, when you're baking, or I'm trying to think of good examples, but it's like good things come to those who wait, right? It basically sums it up. And like I said, it's a card of alchemy and harmonious relationships. So it can be about healing, working things out, two things coming together to create something better. So I like this for any relationship reading or just reading in general. Can you clarify the Five of Cups for me for Cancer's energy? The Hierophant. One more. Oh. I don't really like the way this card came out. We're going to look at it and then we're going to put it back. The Ten of Cups, okay. I don't know which way it actually came out, if it was upside down or up or right side up, but taken with the Hierophant, definitely some of you could have experienced some sort of divorce, I want to say, with the Ten of Cups kind of spinning around and the Hierophant coming out with the Five of Cups. We're going to put the Ten of Cups back for now, though, and we're going to ask for another card. I want you to be very clear and decisive, Spirit. Clarify the Five of Cups. Thank you. Knight of Swords. Six of Swords. Interesting. So similar energies for me. Similar energies for me. You guys are like mirroring each other a little bit. So definitely this could be a divorce However, we do have the Temperance card in the center. So we'll see where it goes. Can you clarify Cancer's person's energy? Why is the Eight of Cups here? Let's be specific. Why? Come on. Keep it together. Thank you so much. Seven of Wands. Queen of Wands. There she is again. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. Sagittarius, Aries, Taurus is here. We also have the Knight of Swords, which for me is Gemini, but it could be an air sign. We do have Six of Swords twice. Six of Swords would be Aquarius. All right, give me one more then for them, because they do have 3 cards and I got 3 for Cancer. Two of Swords. Okay, let's clarify the Temperance card. The Star. The Four of Cups. Why the Four of Cups? Death. Okay. Knight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. Wheel of Fortune. Weird. Four of Pentacles. Yes. Cancer. On your side, okay, this is the dynamic I'm getting. And like I said in the beginning, flip it if that makes sense. I'm feeling you over here a little desperate. I hate to say it. But the Knight of Swords to me, I like to call him the barroom hero, but he's sort of like the guy who just reacts without thinking, right? He can be someone who takes action without knowing exactly what he's doing, with no plan, all right, for better or worse. Sometimes that's good. A lot of times it's not. And I am getting this feeling here of like you rushing in to try to save something. With the Hierophant and the Six of Swords, I feel like this person who also has the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, I feel like, yes, it feels like to me you rushing in to try to save the situation. Four of Pentacles was under here with the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, it's like I'm getting this like last minute sort of save, and I don't necessarily have an opinion on whether or not that's good. Certainly, you know, I have thoughts on that, especially if you're a masculine energy, but I'm going to keep those to myself. But yeah, that's what this feels like to me, is like you being sad, you being remorseful, having regret, whether it's because of your own actions or, you know, just actions that transpired in the connection. And yeah, with the Hierophant and the Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords, it's like I'm feeling like that desperation kind of to try to save a situation that you know is on its way out. Alternatively, this could be talking about somebody stepping outside of a commitment of a marriage. Hierophant is a big marriage card. For me, it talks about commitment. It talks about doing the right thing, walking the straight line, things like this. Integrity, morals, values. With the Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords, I feel like this could be somebody making a brash decision to disregard their commitment, their marriage, their own values and morals. And then possibly then being stuck in the Five of Cups here, regretting it. Once again, take it and flip it if this is not you, right? So, point blank, I feel like this is potentially cheating regardless of who we're talking about, you or them. And I also feel like this is potentially you rushing in to try to salvage this connection. Okay? This person, and this is why I strongly am encouraging you to flip the energies. Actually, this person, we already talked about them. Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, Ten of Cups. This could be them stepping out also of a commitment, okay? This could be them looking elsewhere. Oh my God, can I pick this up? Right? You see how he's looking? All the cups are back here. So all the love and emotion is behind him. He's looking off somewhere else, right? And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I also feel like this could also be an energy of settling. Someone feels potentially like they've been settling. And I say that because we have the Seven of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. The Two of Swords and the Seven of Wands, did I say that right? Whatever. The Seven of Wands and the Two of Swords can both be cards of sort of being blocked, having your boundaries up against somebody, not wanting to talk to them, right? Needing to defend yourself, standing up against somebody. Seven of Wands can also be standing on business, like defending your principles, defending your morals, your values. And the Two of Swords is kind of like a card of, can be kind of like a card of like only seeing black and white. Like things can only go this way or that way. There's no compromise. And the Queen of Wands, I mean, she's kind of similar. The Queen of Wands is like, I want what I want and I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to get what I want and I don't care, right? And this is kind of basically how I'm feeling this, Cancer. Okay, if you're not a selfish cheater involved with another selfish cheater, okay, because I do feel like it's possible this could be both. You could be like mirroring each other, like the energies can be intertwined. You could both be like, well, I don't care, I'm just going to do whatever I want with whoever I want. And this commitment over here is meaningless, right? It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So if that's not you, then I feel like you're dealing with somebody like that. I'm going to be honest. Okay? And if you are dealing with somebody like that, we're going to run with that story for a sec so I can talk about this energy in the center. Then Temperance card, yes. Time heals all wounds. The Star is about healing. The Four of Cups is about, disappointment. Basically, it's like just kind of an apathetic energy. And then we have the Death card, okay? If this is how you're feeling because of some situation where you dealt with a selfish person who didn't honor their commitments, who didn't have integrity, right? You did show up as the Five of Cups. So I'm thinking you're sad. And if it's because you dealt with somebody like I described, you will eventually feel better. You will eventually alchemize it. He's got his cool little, I don't know what this is, if this is supposed to be like a pin or what, but that heart there, maybe you can't see it, on this dog, and he has angel wings. I mean, it's beautiful. You will eventually feel better. Star card tells me this. Okay? And maybe this situation has made you feel rejected, made you feel apathetic, made you feel like nothing is ever going to make you feel interested again. You're just going to ignore and reject everyone, whatever, because you're stuck on the feeling and this person. Okay? You will eventually get out of that. Things will change with the Death card. You will eventually see the light here of the star. Okay? Healing comes. You just have to be patient. You just have to work with the Temperance energy. I feel like that's exactly why this card came out as the main energy. You just have to be patient and alchemize all of the bad into good, right? And I don't know how to fully explain that to you, but part of that is learning, right? Looking at this person that you were dealing with, like if you were caught off guard by somebody, you thought they were someone they weren't, right? They turned out to be somebody that you did not expect. So one way of alchemizing that is looking at all the little red flags that you overlooked, Cancer. And I know you did, because I'm a Pisces. I have a Cancer rising and a Cancer Jupiter. So me and Cancers are like this, right? And we overlook it. And we're like, oh, that hit me the wrong way. I don't like that. That makes me feel like this person is this way. No, it can't be, right? We put on those rose-colored glasses and we're like, no, it can't be. But they're so nice. But they're so cute. Cute means nothing, first of all. So throw that out the window. Stop focusing on looks. They mean nothing. But anyway, you have to, piece by piece. Sorry, I didn't eat yet today, if you can hear my stomach. I knew I was going to have to eat after this reading, but I wanted to get it done first. Piece by piece. Learn how you can make even the bad stuff be valuable for you. I don't know how else to really explain it to you. Okay. All right. For others of you, because that's not the only story I feel here. I definitely feel like there's another story here where it works out. Okay? I feel like there's another story here where it works out. And I'm going to say that's if there wasn't cheating, because I don't condone that, and I'm never going to encourage you to work things out with a cheater. So I'm going to confidently say if there was no cheating going on, and all that really happened was that somebody was a little checked out, they were a little preoccupied, they were feeling maybe a lack of desire, a lack of appreciation, right? That's kind of the energy I'm feeling. And that's why I think this might be you with the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Wands, especially if you're a feminine. But then again, don't get me started. And the Two of Swords, actually. We can throw that in there too. These three go together. I feel like you could very much be in an energy of like, look, if you don't treat me the way that I know I should be treated, if you don't value me, recognize me for everything that I've done and contributed to this family, this relationship, whatever the case may be, then I am not going to acknowledge you. Seven of Wands, Two of Swords. It's like there's only one way or the highway, right? That's kind of the energy I'm feeling, is someone here standing up and saying like, look, I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. These things need to change. I am tired of feeling rejected, and that needs to change, or I'm done. I do feel with the Star card here, bouncing off of this energy over here with the Queen of Wands and whatnot, that you're saying like, I know my value, and I'm just not going, like this needs to change. I need to stop feeling overlooked. I need to stop feeling ignored. And what I have to say to that is that if you stand up for yourself and you refuse to settle, I do think that you could change things in this connection and get the respect and the recognition that you deserve, that you are looking for. Okay, with the Temperance card here, I do think it's possible. Okay, so I'm a little torn about what all is going on here and who's who. Okay, it could be that you're dealing with somebody who's standing up for themselves, who feels neglected, who feels like they're not being appreciated, recognized, desired, whatever the case may be, enough. Okay? And they could be telling that to you. Maybe that's why you're over here with the Knight of Swords and the Hierophant. I mean, maybe you're rushing in and, saying like, well, let's get married. And I mean, I don't condone that as a solution. I condone change. I condone trying to love someone in the way that they understand. So I'm not going to harp on that and keep bouncing around in different possible scenarios. I'm sure that if this resonates, you know where you fit in, right? And I mean, all I have to say beyond that is that if somebody doesn't value you, appreciate you, desire you, recognize you, and make you feel loved, make you feel desired, leave. I condone leaving. I will always encourage you to leave where you don't feel like you belong, where you don't feel like you're highly regarded. Okay? These decisions are all up to you, but standing up for yourself is the first step. Okay? Let's get an oracle and see what else Spirit has to say for Cancer. Can we get one card, please, for Cancer? What do we have for Cancer, Spirit? Oh, almost. Oh, two cards. You know what? I think that's kind of appropriate. Because I do feel like there's a potential for two different stories here. I'll read them both to you, Cancer. It's the last day of Cancer season. I hope you all had a happy birthday. Card number 15 is Heat Wave. It says there's something ominous being illuminated by the flames that await. Sounds disturbing. Next is Insects, number 21. Vigilance is necessary at this time. Heed the warning. Okay, both these come in with like a warning undertone. Kind of scary. I'll start with 15. Okay. Ooh, Cancer. Okay, Heat Wave. It says seek shade, challenging circumstances, and getting burned. I don't like it. Please understand that the situation you have inquired about is potentially catastrophic. Oh my God. What? You should seek shelter immediately, as this is a sign that things will come to an end and prolonged exposure could result in devastating consequences. The events that have led up to this point are not serving you in any positive way, and in fact, you might feel some effects already. Stay vigilant in the coming days and weeks. This card is the most ominous of the deck and could mean your situation has already reached a critical point. In a reading about money, it could signify financial loss or hardship. For career, it could mean the sudden loss of a job, dramatic changes in the workplace, or escalated troubles with a coworker. In love relationships, you might experience a breakup or betrayal, and for health, perhaps unexpected concerns or fallout from some poor habits that are contributing to your lack of well-being. As a final note, the effects of this card are challenging, but you can choose to lean into these changes and make the best out of the rubble. Temperance card. That's what I told you. It's standing out as the card of the reading, as the solution. This is crazy. This also talks about vigilance, Cancer. It says insects, okay, as a reminder. Pests, obstacles, vigilance. What is going on? I mean, I definitely get that some of you, I didn't think all of you, but I feel like some of you could be dealing with a very shitty, selfish person. Yeah, like a cheater, a liar, for sure. But I didn't think it was all of you. Oh my God. Okay. Pests such as insects and rodents can quickly spiral out of control if left unattended, wreaking havoc on your hard work and destroying your harvest. Sometimes it happens right under your nose, the destruction only becoming visible when it's already too late. Vigilance is necessary for the good of your crops. Otherwise, what was a small problem can be the cause of something truly devastating. This is your warning that something is quickly getting out of hand and requires your immediate attention. A larger problem is avoidable, but only if you take steps now to get things under control. This situation may have drifted below your radar, but there are signs of what's going on lingering in the back of your mind, or it could be something you haven't wanted to deal with and made a conscious choice to avoid. Small obstacles are par for the course, and while annoying, they're easy enough to manage with proper consideration and care. Typically, you'll know exactly what this card is referring to, but feel free to pull additional cards or use the insect spread on page 17 if you're still unsure. Well, shoot, Cancer. Maybe I will do that spread for you in another reading. That's disturbing. But, I mean, if it's any consolation, I don't feel like anything going on here is that catastrophic. I mean, at least not for you, right? At least not for you. I mean, if you're dealing with someone shady, at least you're not them, right? I mean, at least there's a future for you where you're not them and not with them. I don't know. Good luck, you guys. I think you're going to be okay, but I hope this helps. I will see you next time.